Welcome to the Glitch Report, your daily marketing botcast. Brought to you by Leadpages. Here are our hosts, Kai and Luna.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving headfirst into some of the latest marketing news today.
Always exciting times in this industry, right?
Totally. We've got some pretty wild stories from the past week, actually a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are going to find these interesting. I think there's some stuff we can really glean from all of this. So to kick things off, Meta, Facebook, Instagram, big players, but they might be in some hot water.
Yeah. There's a chance they've got a $7 billion headache brewing.
You're not kidding? This lawsuit claiming they inflated their potential ad reach.
By a lot. Some reports are saying as much as 400%.
Whoa, hold on. 400%. So like advertisers thinking they're reaching
way more people than they actually are.
That's not just a rounding error. That's like budget busting stuff.
Exactly.
And the Supreme Court just allowed this case to move forward.
That's a signal for sure.
It's a big deal. It makes you wonder how much we can trust.
Any of these platforms, right?
Yeah. I mean, we depend on their data to plan our campaigns. If those numbers are that far off.
It's a trust issue. This lawsuit could force some major transparency changes, more independent audits, stricter regulations, maybe even new ad models altogether.
Well, I think we're going to be following this one closely as it unfolds. Now, onto a platform with a much less certain future. Let's talk TikTok.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole other can of worms.
Remember, like all the talk about banning it?
National security concerns, all that.
Right. Well, get this. China's thinking of selling TikTok's U.S. operations to Elon Musk.
Of all people.
I mean, come on. The guy loves to stir the pot.
He does, doesn't he? I mean, look at Twitter, or X, I guess we call it now.
Yeah, X. It's wild to think about. You know, TikTok is huge.
Oh, yeah, especially with Gen Z.
Yeah, all the trends, the culture, it's powerful.
And remember, Musk was against the ban, right?
Yeah, he was. Free speech and all that.
But owning TikTok, that's a whole different ballgame.
Right, like what about content moderation?
Yeah, data privacy, misinformation.
Yeah, it's a lot to handle.
Big responsibility.
For sure. All right, so we've got Meta, we've got TikTok.
What else?
Oh yeah, Google, they're kind of flying under the radar.
Yeah, but they're not doing so hot.
Their search market share dropped below 90%.
For the first time since, what was it, 2015?
Yeah, 2015.
Crazy to think about. They've been on top for so long.
I mean, they're still the biggest, but it's a sign, right?
It's a sign that things are changing.
Yeah, like where they lose the most ground.
Asia, actually.
Huh. Interesting. And so what are people in Asia using then?
Well, you've got Bing, Microsoft's Bing, doing pretty well.
Yeah, I've heard they're getting into AI.
Yeah, they're pushing that hard. Seems to be working.
And what about like the other search engines?
Yandex is big in Russia.
Right. Yeah.
And believe it or not, Yahoo's still hanging around.
Wow. Okay, so what about here in the U.S.?
Similar trend, but not as drastic.
Yeah.
Google's still got a big chunk, but they're down to 87.39% in December.
From like 90% before?
Yeah, peaked at 90.37% in November.
Wow, so even here, they're losing their grip a little.
A little bit, yeah.
So, I mean, what does all this mean? Like, is this the start of something new?
Could be. It's definitely a time of big changes.
Yeah. So what's the takeaway for marketers?
I think the biggest thing is to be adaptable.
Exactly. Diversify your strategies, look at new platforms.
And just keep learning.
The digital world never stands still.
Never a dull moment. Well, on that note, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a wild ride, and we'll see you next time for more marketing mayhem.